Hey everyone, back again. Um, Tonight, Megan and the boys and I did a section that I've run before. It's the main part of the FLT that runs along Mitchellsville Gorge. One of the times I ran it was during Twisted Branch 100K. I'm going to put in a plug in for that race because it's a great race. The RD Scott's a good dude, and he puts on an amazing event. So if you get the chance, definitely check that out. It's a short little section. We did 2 miles, but if you go, we started on County Route 17, I believe, and went west to east. It eventually will hit. I don't know the exact road, but I know it'll eventually hit up to County Route 54. That whole section's about 2.5 miles, so we cut it short just because eventually you'll hit Vineyard, so it runs through the vineyard before you hit the road. So we cut it a little short, and I'm trying not to make these videos sound repetitive, but again, this was absolutely beautiful, peaceful section of trail. You run along the gorge, so the entire way, basically, you just hear the water down below. It's hard to actually see it. There are some spots where you get good looks at waterfalls down below in the distance. I'll post pictures that we got. So it's kind of hard to see, but it's still beautiful to stop and look at. The trail itself starts off from the road, and it's maybe like 1/10 of a mile through a farm field before you hit a gate and you hit actual trail. It's a short section of single track, nothing too difficult. Before you hit, basically it's a big pine grove, hemlock grove for basically the whole way. I want to say it's at least a mile, probably over a mile of that. So, a good portion of the way is you get that nice, if you ever run through pine groves, things like that, you get nice soft trail, you get the pine needles. The one thing about it is it can be rooty. I didn't think there was too much root wise. There is a section in the middle that you will hit some big gnarly root patches, and I took some pictures of that to give you an idea of what that looks like. Besides that, you might hit 1 or 2 patches outside of that middle section. Not even like a huge, maybe like 1/4 of a mile to 4/10 of a mile of section where you'll hit the bigger gnarly roots. Besides that, I noticed maybe 2 or 3 smaller patches of roots. You still get the roots, just nothing really gnarly. Very runnable. So you go through, you hit that pine grove type section, running along the gorge, really peaceful, listening to the water below. You go down a little hill, you eventually go down to where you're running alongside the creek, or whatever that is that runs through there, on kind of like double wide trail. So you run along that for not that long, short little while. It turns into you make a little turn, kind of turns into semi-single track. Then you hit a short section of old overgrown railroad. I mean, it's maybe a couple 100 feet of that. Then you hop on a nice easy single track, nothing technical at all. It was hard, packed down, till you reach a bridge, cross over water, and then it's basically a short little part, not really a trail, just kind of grass field till you hit the vineyard. it's, to me, it was a pretty easy section of trail. You get a little technical with the roots. There was really no rocks, nothing too technical rock wise. The roots, there was few parts that are, pretty big gnarly roots you have to, work through. But besides that, if I'm a beginner trail runner, I think this would be a great section to check out. Most of it is not technical. Most of it's pretty easy. You get some good elevation on the out and back. So going west to east, when we turned around, I think it was 55 feet of elevation going west to east. The back was a little different. We ended total route 4 miles. We ended with over 680 feet of gain. So you get over 600 feet on the way back. There's no big steep climbs on the way back. It's gradual uphill. You'll get, short little hills, but nothing too bad. Like I said, if you're new to trail running, starting out, have a couple trail runs on, this is a good beginner section. You get to see, kind of like the beauty of trail running, the experience of being out there in the woods, and just the awesomeness of it, the tranquility of it. But you also, the trail wise, this part wasn't too bad. Yes, there are a few technical spots, so beginners can kind of get an idea of when you hit more advanced trails, kind of, get their feet wet with that. Highly recommend it to, like I said, beginners, family hikes. It's pretty easy section. So definitely check it out. I think that pretty much covers it. Again, if you guys have any comments, questions, want anything else from these, let me know. I'll post pictures of the trails and give you an idea of what I was talking about with the routes. I did take some videos, so you'll get to see that. But again, just a really nice, pretty section of trails, not technical, very beginner friendly. So check it out if you get the chance. Highly recommend it.